Today on the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Ekene, is suing his former landlord for the refund of rent for the period he was not a resident in the house.
All rise. Court in session. Honorable Judge Fumi Asaolu presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, this case is between Ekene and Afolabi Tayo. That is right.
Thank you, Akin.
Welcome.
Can you tell me why you are here?
Good afternoon, ma'am. As of 2017, I rented an apartment, a single-room apartment in his compound. As at that period, he wasn't there. It was managed by his twin sisters. From 2017 to 2020, we spoke on phone through the sister because they said they wanted to have renovation to the compound. So I said, okay, there's no problem. So as at that time, I actually got to know him. We've been talking on phone. So he disclosed the plan as well to me. He now said, I'm going to receive a letter of quit notice together with the next neighbors. But if I'm willing to pay for a room and parlor, 2 single rooms, call it a room and parlor, that I should stay back. But I will also get the letter so that I don't disclose to other neighbors that I actually did not get the letter when distributed. So I noted. So along the line, my rent was about to due for that single room. So I put a call through to the sister whom I rapport with on phone. I said, my rent is about to due. Please, I want to make payment. He asked me to hold on, not to pay. That he needs to get back to the brother. So her response to me back on WhatsApp, she said, the brother asked me not to pay. I insisted. I said, no, I need to pay. That I don't want to have any inconveniences on rent. She said, okay, that she hold on. She still needs to get back to the brother. So her response back to me again, that's the sister. Her response back to me again was that, okay, since I insisted that if I want to make payments, that I can only pay for 6 months. I said, ma, you know I'm a yearly tenant payment. She said the reason why she asked me to pay for the 6 months was that before December, which the 6 months is going to expire, that they could have finished the plans, that's the renovations to the house. I said, okay. So I proceeded with the payments. I paid the sum of 30,000 naira to the sister's account. We started living. So from that period I paid in June to December. The 6 months expired in December. Nothing at all. No renovation. And the agreement for the new room and parlor, I have also credited the sum of 250,000 ahead of the room and parlor. That's when the agreement was reached. He actually splitted it. He said 775. I agreed. Agent and agreement, this, I agreed. So total sum was 250,000. I paid. From that December, when my money got expired, I didn't say anything. I was just looking. Let me know what the plan is going to be because no renovation yet and everything just goes standstill. Okay. Suddenly, from that 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, till 2021. That 2021 now, they actually started renovation on some other parts of the building, some other parts of just like the backyard. So they started renovation, not to my own side as well, but I didn't say anything because there are a lot of occupants hindering them from proceeding with the renovations. So the issue now is, I moved out this year, 2022, February 10th. Till the time I moved, the renovations were still going on. And I called him, I said, I need to move. We agreed. I told him I need my funds refund back to me. He said, okay, no problem. That I'm going to have my fund by first week of March. I moved in February 10th. It said first week of March, I'm going to have my phone refunded back to you. I said, okay, no problem. First week of March, I did not get my money. Before then, I told him, he explained that I'm not going to get the agent and agreement. I said, why? He said, yes, they don't refund agent and agreement. I didn't argue. I just walked up to the sister, said, this is your brother's response to me about my money. Please speak to him. I just don't want to talk to him, not to sound rude to him. She said, okay, she'll get back to me. So I left. Not until I left the compound, no communication from the sister pertaining to what I told her about. I left, I moved my things away. Based on the cordial relationship we had, the discussion were all moving fine. He promised to refund my money first week of March. I didn't get my money. So the house was also taken out that February ending. I left February 10th. The house was taken February ending. So
Other tenants
yes,
moved in.
yes, other tenant moved in. So to date, he has only paid me 35,000.
How much is outstanding?
215, right?
That's your case.
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you have to say to that?
Okay, my lord. Okay, 2020. It's been in our compound before then. My sister is the one actually in charge of that room. So when we were to begin renovation, I advised the lawyer to serve everyone notice. But of course, he's one person in the house who is more concerned about the well-being of every tenant. So I saw that, okay, this is one opportunity that I could also give to him. And I said to him that, okay, I don't know if you still want the room and parlor. He already discussed with me. And I said, okay, if you want the room and parlor, it's not a problem. But what we'll do is we'll serve everyone notice. I mean, that's the protocol. We'll serve everyone notice. Then, of course, since you've shown interest, we'll give you the condition. So he's in a room apartment, and we did some conversions in the house. So we changed the room to room and parlor, and the one at the back to room self-contained. There are plenty of course, renovations. So in 2021, when he's, of course, is to make payments, I gave him the conditions that, okay, fine. Now the room and parlor for a year will go for 180,000. The agreement is 50,000. The commission is 50,000. Then there is caution fee of 20,000. Everything summed up to 300,000. But I discussed with my younger sisters, and I said, he's been a good tenant. There is something we can do for him. Let us waive the 50,000 and ask him to pay 250,000. So in March 2021, he transferred 230,000. At that period, we've not started the renovation. But from May that same year, we started renovation with the sliding windows for all the rooms. Then, of course, we move into some other parts, the conversions from room to room self-contained and the likes. So in 2022, this year, he didn't mention, of course, that he was going to leave. So when he said he was leaving, and I said, okay, now we're done with renovation. Now you're leaving. Hope all is well. So he made mention that, okay, fine, he already got another apartment that is closer to where they transferred him to. And I said, oh, okay, that's fine. If he leaves the room closed, of course, the rent will still be running up until when the period lapses. He moved out February 10th. We got a new tenant who moved in March. Yes. March ending, because of course, they will still do small renovation and all of that. So, and I said to him that, okay, let's do the calculation. From 2021 that you stayed in the room to March, what we collected from you is a rent for a room and parlor. And you never stayed in the room and parlor. What we can do is to take what you've used from that January to March, which is 5,000 naira.
The old rate.
Yes.
The old rate.
The old rate. We'll take, you stayed in that room between January 2021 up until March that we got in a new tenant. We'll take the 5,000 naira.
Till the time you vacated the premises.
So the time you vacated, that's 5,000 naira.
You can't pay for a period you didn't spend in the house. Yes.
So we calculated that and we took it out from the 100.
So till February, how much is that?
Till February, that's about 15 or 75,000.
Is that right?
It's 60,000 per year. And the room is talking about...
It's the same thing. He said 5,000 per month.
Okay, yes.
It's the same thing.
Yes. The next room, somebody is still there, even until I move out.
He's talking about your own. We are not talking about next door. What they are removing is they are not increasing your rent from your calculation now. It's still based on the 5,000 naira you were paying per month. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that's what they are using to calculate the deduction from the money you have paid. Do you understand me? Okay. And if that is to be so, how much will be your balance?
75,000.
So it's correct. Okay. Go ahead.
So, and when he was leaving, I told him, fine, we still have 1 or 2 renovations we're doing in the house. Whatever is due to you is 105,000 that is due. I'll split it. And of course, I'll pay it into your account. So I think...
Okay, you mean you pay by installments?
By installments.
Okay.
I got a call from an army somewhere around Air Force Base. And he said, I'm hoeing, blah, blah, blah. He came to complain. And I said, okay, this is what we'll do. The 105,000 I don't have now. But what I can do is to split it into 3. I'll pay 35 in June. In September, I'll pay...
Have you done that?
Yes, I have. Okay. And I said by September ending, I'll do another 30.
How much? 35 again?
Then by December, then I'll pay the balance 30,000. So that way we have...
I have only received 35,000, which you paid.
The second one, from what he said, you can only receive 1 in June. The next one should come in at the end of this month. This September. That's what I have here.
The plaintiff, Ekene, vacated his rented apartment before the end of period he had paid for because he needed to relocate to another apartment close to his new place of work. He is in court to demand rent refund. He claims to be unaware of the fact that the defendant, Afolabi, already planned to refund the rent for the period he was not residing in the apartment.
I'm not just hearing this for the first time. What I have, so it's only the 2 of you that know the agreement. What agreement you had at the point you got somebody to intervene. So what agreement did you have then?
There was no agreement.
Because this is... Aki, please, can you show this to me? This Afolabi do.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, let me even read it out to you. He said he agreed that he will pay the balance due to you in 3 installments. You've heard about that before?
You're just saying it now.
So how come he paid the first one in June, you received that? But you are not aware that you are supposed to be paid in September?
I'm not.
Okay. And December?
No.
He said he's hearing that for the first time. But that's your proposal right now?
Not now. The proposal had been to the...
So that's the way you started paying?
Yes.
So you are just to pay September and December?
Yes.
Is that okay by you? All right.
Judge Fumi helps both parties to reach amicable settlement. She rules after the break.
Now, you've paid 35,000 naira in June. And right now what you have left is 70,000 naira. So you pay another 35,000 naira by the end of September. Then by end of December 2022, we pay the balance of 35,000 naira. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Have you been cheated or have a dispute and want justice? Don't take laws into your hands. Log on to www.thejusticecourt.com and submit your case.